Ok, mira, va a empezar ahora.
Sí, lo sé.
Okay, we're ready to roll.
Ok.
Hello, YouTube land, and welcome to the Get In and Get Out Nintendo Podcast, Episode 5. A special edition, of course, because we'll be live reacting to the Nintendo Spotlight 2017 E3 edition. Of course, I am one of your hosts, Dantes, and joining me, the man who's gonna cover every Nintendo news around the world, Caleones. How you doing, Caleones?
Hey, how you doing, Dantes? How you doing, everybody? And I'm already seeing something that has me excited. I just saw Rocket League on the game, so that's one of the third-party games that I've been wanting and meaning to have on the Switch, and it seems like it's gonna be there. So, I mean, it's a pretty nice trailer going on right now, just showcasing some of the third-party games that are gonna be available. But you know, so far so good. So let's see what else they have in store. And just so you know, people, I'm taking a break on my work here, so I'm one of the conference room. So if I don't jump in excitement, it's not because I'm not excited, it's because I don't want to get fired.
Of course, we understand that, Caleones, and I took the morning off to do this because you and I are Nintendo fans, and we want to see all the new games that Nintendo's gonna show. Anyway, before we start, let's do quickly our rigmarole. I want to welcome everybody to the Get In and Get Out Nintendo Podcast, Episode 5, right here at the Force in Unison Gaming channel. Of course, subscribe, like, and comment so you can make these two crazy motherfuckers happy. Also, remember to go to our Facebook page at Force in Unison Gaming. And also, you can download this podcast at SoundCloud. Also, remember to give my boy Caleones some clicks at shigerosnews.com. Anyway, with all that being said, let's start with our first segment, of course, Reggie's News Corner. And it's all about Reggie.
The game is a battle. If it's not fun, why bother? If it's not a battle, where's the fun? It's a test that you pass or a quest that you fail. A race against time. Fun and battle always locked together. But the game is also something else. It's a journey, a passport to new worlds, maybe even an odyssey. A look, a feel, an exploration. Close your focus and open your mind. Yes, the journey requires the right ticket. And that ticket is Nintendo Switch.
My
But in
body's
the end,
ready.
it's not just where you can take your game. It's where your game can take you. So let's
Take me, you ready? Reggie? Reggie, take me with you.
Good thing you fixed that because that sounded really gay. Just saying.
Hey.
Story goes that when the world was young, lived on a world tree. Together with our divine father.
This is how you start a show, motherfuckers.
They called that
I want to see a big
place
2017 on there.
Elysium.
I don't. Take your time.
You're a blade.
As the driver of the Aegis, can you take me to Elysium?
I'm in. Let's go to Elysium. I'll take you there myself. Pyra!
Here!
Cover me!
Got it!
Nothing about this. Music is gonna be awesome as well.
We'll show you. We'll show you what me and Pyra are made
I don't know
of.
if it was a stream, but the gameplay did look slow. So I'm hoping it's just polishing that they need to do. I don't think this game's coming out this year.
Now that you have come this far, there can be no turning back.
You and that sword can't be! I'm guessing your goal is Elysium.
Oh, my hairs are standing up right now, Caleones.
Huge game
This
worlds.
blade he calls Pyra. Our flames hide something deeper.
Oh, Teletia in the house. Woo!
Aegis or aren't you?
I won't use that power, and I won't let you use it either.
If you know what you desire,
I don't think the game is ready yet, Caleones. They haven't come too much
not
gameplay,
with
but maybe in
words,
the
but with
treehouse.
your own strength. Everyone,
The Teletia right there, motherfucker.
Come on, date. Holiday 2017. You gotta make space on that catalog of yours.
Sometimes you need a hero. A sword swinging, fire wielding, stone cold hero with an insatiable appetite.
Well, I still think it's gonna get overwhelmed by all the third-party games. This single blade is not gonna sell. There we go, some Kirby, a new Kirby.
And I'm glad they're keeping it that way and not trying to do like a 3D Kirby or something like that. Just, I mean, keep it nice, keep it simple, and just make sure the gameplay is above all. I think so far I've only blinked like twice. And
Said Kirby. Only.
and they said no 2018
Hi
titles.
everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo.
Come on, you believe this
I
company?
hope you've been enjoying the journey with Nintendo Switch so far. When I found out that Nintendo Switch is being accepted by video game fans from all over the world as a home
I
console
don't know,
that
I'm
could be
still struggling
taken
with
with
the
you
single blade, dude.
anywhere,
It's gonna get
I
buried,
felt
and it's sad. It's not
so
gonna sell
relieved.
to his full potential.
Take Switch outside, come together,
I mean,
and share the experience.
the first one,
This
Xenoblade
idea
Chronicles,
was
the first
how
one
we
when it came
hoped
over,
people would play with
with
Nintendo
Project
Switch.
Rainfall.
But people are coming up
What's
with
Rainfall?
many creative ways
It
to
did
play
sell,
in
I
all
think, like
kinds
over
of places,
250,000
in
copies.
many more
Dude,
That was
ways
late.
than we expected.
X
This
was
summer,
in December too. It did not
Nintendo
sell
and its
as much
third-party
as the
partners
original.
will release many multiplayer
Again,
games
they
that
put
can
them in
be played
December.
anytime,
Fuck.
anywhere, and with anyone.
After
We hope there will
fucking
be many heated
Black
competitions that will
Friday
be
and everything has
ignited
gone
by
away,
Nintendo Switch.
right? You need to put it.
Now we'll continue our
First
look at
quarter,
even
in my
more
opinion,
new
but
game worlds
whatever.
for Nintendo Switch. But before we do, there is one announcement we'd like to share from our very special friend. Please take a look.
Hi everyone. I'm Tsunekazu Ishihara from
Hey,
the
you may hit
Pokemon
one.
Company.
You may hit one.
Just the other day, we announced that Pokken Tournament Deluxe is coming to Nintendo Switch. This is the latest version of the premier Pokemon fighting game.
Come on, no, don't
Two
gloss
people
over
can
it. Just
dive right into battle using two Joy-Con controllers. So you can experience heated Pokemon battles with just one
I think they're
Nintendo
gonna announce
Switch
a new
console.
Pokemon game for the Switch, dude.
There are
You may
some
get
fresh
one
additions,
prediction, right?
including new Pokemon, and this deluxe
I mean, it'll be the first
version of
time ever they
game
announce a
will
mainline
be on
Pokemon at
display
E3.
E3 for attendees to play. I have one more announcement. Game Freak has begun developing a core RPG Pokemon title on Nintendo Switch. It may not release for more than a year, but we hope you'll look forward to it all the same.
more than a year.
In the meantime,
So I'm guessing
let's
summer
enjoy
2018.
this year's E3.
Ishihara-san, thank you
Fuck,
very
that's
much.
not on how you announce that. You
We
just put a
heard that the
trailer on
Pokemon
that
series
shit.
is
Come
being
on,
developed for Nintendo Switch. Kind
I
of
gotta get some
Pokemon game
sort
will
of
we be
credit
able
on
to
that.
play on Nintendo Switch? I'm looking forward to it myself. At this year's E3, we're mostly showing games that will be released in 2017. But please know that here at Nintendo, we're working on many forms of entertainment that can only be made possible on Nintendo Switch. We hope you look forward to them as well.
Pokemon will be shown at the
Now
presentation.
let's continue
dude.
on
That
with
was
the
your
journey
prediction.
with
They did not
Nintendo
show
Switch.
Was going out on a limb on that one.
You were close. But that's
Okay.
stupid. They should have shown it. I'm with you, Caleones. They should have shown something. That was a bad. It would have been better not to say anything. Just show it when it was ready.
Pikmin?
Oh, it has a 4. Yeah, it's Pikmin. Look at that lovely sound. Woo!
Oh no no! Ooh.
Oh wait. Another prediction. Nailed. Bam. Dantes. They're gonna show it. Come on.
No, they're gonna show something else.
What is that? Is that it? Damn it, Nintendo. You're killing me.
I mean, it did make you jump out of your seat. But can they be any more clear about working on a Metroid game than that? But something that we still don't know, is that the one being made by Retro?
I said Retro, so if it's not by Retro, then I lose the prediction, but we'll see.
Okay, so how many minutes are we into it so far?
I think 12.
12, okay.
This is a new Yoshi's Island shit.
Well, either way, my kids are gonna be all over this one. And if it's more than 2 players, I'll be joining them as well. They keep saying 2017 games.
It's 2018, dude.
Okay, so Fire Emblem Warriors.
The only game that they show 2017 right now has been Xenoblade. That's funny. The game that I expected to fall for 2018.
What am I? Okay, let's see what it is.
We're under attack! Mother's in danger!
If she's up there, then...
You
I'm
two must keep
guessing that's a
going.
new RPG.
No, I'm coming with you.
Fire Emblem Warriors.
I am Marth,
No.
the Prince of Altea.
Warriors?
We've come
What's
here
it?
to save you.
Who was the company making the game?
Remember that you can rely on your friends. We're with you.
Get it together, you two. If you can't
Actually,
do this,
wow.
who can?
I mean, it has like too much cinematic to be just like a Warriors game.
There's nothing you two can't do.
No matter the danger, we can overcome it if we're working together.
All right, let's move out.
Working together, we can finish this.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Warriors. Okay, fall 2017.
Hi there, I'm the Legend of Zelda series producer, Eiji Aonuma.
And here we have
You
the
may have already
expansion
heard
talk.
about it during Bethesda's showcase that was held a few days ago. It was announced that select Zelda items will appear in the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim. I'm really looking forward to exploring Skyrim with the Master Sword in hand. Oh, when did this Master Sword get in my hand? Next up, we'll take a look at the DLC packs for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Let us take you on a new Hyrule adventure.
Okay. Okay, trial of the sword. I believe this is the trial, so your master sword is not going to be breaking, and you can use it, full power throughout the game.
Hopefully.
And it becomes available when?
Oh.
Okay, just a teaser for DLC Pack 2.
Hey, there you
So-
go, June 30.
June 30th, okay. Nintendo
What
Switch
did
and
you
Wii
think?
U.
I actually
So
have
it's gonna
one
be
more
for both.
announcement that I'd like to share. The 4 champions that appeared in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be available as amiibo.
Okay, you got
The
that
Zora champion,
that prediction right,
Ooh.
Caleones.
The Goron champion, Daruk. The Rito champion,
I want
Wally.
those.
And the Gerudo champion, Urbosa. You'll be able to use these 4 amiibo in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the
Hey,
Wild.
Caleones, you're cashing up. Right now, if I give you the
Of course, you'll be able
Pokemon
to
one,
use these
is
in the
3-2 in
DLC
my
packs
favor.
that you just saw, so please look forward to them.
This changes the game. Travel the world.
That's
Bring
how he gets a
people
10.
together. Play anywhere with anyone. If video gaming is a journey, then anywhere has to include a stop right here in LA during E3. This is Magic Week, where booths buzz and channels glow, where the game worlds you've heard about suddenly spring into life. And this summer, a new kind of heated competition ignites right on Nintendo Switch. It kicks off later today with the Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitational, which brings teams from the Americas, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan to see whose colorful skills are the best. Tomorrow, the Pokken Invitational will be held. You might recognize some of our 8 competitors who'll be duking it out in heated battles.
If this is too
Later
small
on
of
Wednesday,
a spotlight,
we'll
they're
see
wasting
8
too much time
players
with
throw
Reggie
punches
talking.
in the fun and competitive game
Okay, so how much time left?
which launches later this
20
week.
5 minutes, dude.
4 of our
5
players
minutes.
will be pros, and the other 4 will be E3 attendees who rise to the top by battling on the show floor. If you're going to E3, we hope you'll accept the challenge. And no matter where you are, be sure to catch up with Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 for all the details and news about Nintendo Switch and Nintendo 3DS. But now, there are a few more worlds left to visit on our journey, before we land in the booth. Let's go.
Ubisoft is proud to announce its new Rabbids game, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And it will be developed exclusively for the Nintendo Switch.
They're running out of time.
The Rabbids' crazy personalities and unpredictable behavior will shine as they arrive in a reimagined and twisted Mushroom Kingdom. They will surprise you in this tactical adventure.
This E3 has been not great, Caleones, from all the companies.
Mario and his friends will join them in
and we even had a new console shown, and
we can't wait for you to play the game on August 29th.
Okay, thank you. Move on.
Come on. Come on.
Rocket League.
Well, I guess that's the big third-party game that they're gonna show.
Well, I mean, it is one that they need to have on the system, so that's a good start. They're still missing the other ones that I said, because I said Rocket League, I said Grand Theft Auto 5, Overwatch are the must-have third-party games.
There's Jeremy Dunnan. For people out there who don't know him, he was one of the founding fathers of Podcast Beyond, the PlayStation podcast at IGN.
Okay, and it did show the game itself is going to be cross-network, so it seems like it's going to be playable with the other versions as well.
And new exclusive cars we'll talk about later this year. Look for Rocket League on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Okay, and come on, what else?
Could that be the new Monster Hunter 5?
Not with a dinosaur like that. I don't know.
Oh, Mario Odyssey. This is the end of the show.
Okay.
Mario dressed up like a mech.
Here we go, off the rails. But you know it's time to raise our sails. It's freedom like you never knew. 20 flags or a pass.
Come on, Nintendo. You gotta make it out, and there's one more announcement.
I'm guessing, what is it you think the superpower of Mexican Mario? Is it throwing beans at
Well, I mean, there was one that he was like dancing. Maybe he's gonna pull out a guitar. And
just to clarify, people don't get PC offended. We're Latinos, so we can make that joke, okay?
So you can actually take over enemies with the hat and control them and become them.
There has to be someone.
There's the guitar.
There has to be someone. Someone's gonna get offended because people get offended so easily today.
Okay, so did he hijack a car?
He hijacked a person, dude.
A person.
He hijacked a dinosaur. Dong City.
October 27.
Oh, October 27, they gave the date?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing they're leaving Xenoblade for December then.
Yeah. And that's it. It is over.
Okay. So let me shut this here so we can put it in silence so we can talk.
Well, I mean, for those that are watching, Nintendo did say that they're gonna have like new announcements and reveals during the first hour of the Treehouse as well. So don't go anywhere. And Bethesda,
Anyway, Caleones, let's do our end of the show. What were your thoughts of the presentation? Do you think Nintendo did enough to win E3? I know it's still a treehouse. There could be more announcements, but let's base it on each company's presentation. Let not do
well,
the side work that they're gonna do. I think they're gonna show a lot of Mario Odyssey right now. That's what I'm looking at right now. But uh, anyway, uh, anything to add, Caleones?
well, I'm gonna say no. Like some of the games that they showed on there, we already knew of. The biggest surprises themselves were basically the dates. We did see the new Yoshi game on there, but not enough to to get people excited about, I guess, the years to come. It is. I mean, in one side, it's good that we're gonna be able to enjoy Xenoblade Chronicles 2 this year, but on the other end, you mentioned that it's gonna get over. It could potentially get overshadowed by the heavy holiday season. Um,
Yeah, that's
we
sad.
have, yeah, um, Odyssey settled in October, so that's fine. It's before the holiday rush, before Black Friday, like you stated, and also
That's still
and
too
either way.
close. That's still too close. I don't like that date either. I would have tried to see if you could push it in October 1st or something to that extent. That's still
Mhm.
I don't know, Nintendo. I mean, you have to follow. It's almost like I wish Nintendo would say, "Okay, Sony, you have first quarter. We'll do summer. We'll throw all our games at summertime. Everybody's out. We got the Switch. Everybody's traveling, right? You'll be playing the
Well,
Switch up the ass on the
yeah.
summertime, right? And
I mean,
then
the Switch already proved it because I mean, Legend of Zelda, breaking records. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe breaking the franchise record as well for most units sold in a launch. So it's not the holiday season doesn't really mean as much as it did. March, that's tax season, especially in North America. That's when you
Yep.
start getting your income taxes and you have money to spend and you're looking to where to spend it on. And then you have, like you said, this summer. That's when all the kids are going to be home and they're going to be looking for things that they want to play. So that's, I mean, a pretty healthy season to release some of the games. Um, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. The fear is that I mean, like you said, it's going to get overshadowed. So it could potentially have benefited from being pushed forward a little bit. So
So let's do
uh,
this, Caleones. Let's go game by game, right?
mhm.
And then we can see what were our thoughts. Okay. So let's start with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Holiday 2017. Like you're saying, I don't like the date. Nintendo should take advantage of the summertime. The Switch is a portable console. It should be the system that you take out with you and just like, you know what I'm saying? It's a portable system. You can take anywhere. In summertime, everybody's traveling, everybody's camping. This is the time where you sell your games, Nintendo. I don't get why you have to put them in the fall. You're making the same mistake Microsoft has been doing all this generation. But still, for me specifically, December, I was gonna leave December break for replaying Final Fantasy 15 with all the DLC. I may put that in the back burner for sure because once Xenoblade comes out, I'm all in, my friend. Now, thoughts on the gameplay? They show little. It felt slow. I don't know if it was because the game is not ready. There were still some frame rates dips on it. That's what I noticed. And Xenoblade is more of a fast-paced RPG on the battle system. The rest of the trailer showing more story sequences. I'm on board. I love it. I love that exaggeration. I love JRPGs, right? And Xenoblade Chronicles 1 to me is still the best story RPG of all time. So I'm looking forward to it. Any other thoughts, Caleones, on Xenoblade?
No, I mean they did enough to, especially showing today, they did enough to have keep people interested, especially people that already own the Switch or that were willing, thinking about getting the Switch within the next couple of months or when they finally see one in the stores. So it's a, I mean, the game world being yeah, extremely big. Lots of travel, lots to see. Some returning characters that you already know of, making an appearance. So it's making a good connection with the original Xenoblade Chronicles game, and that's something that we wanted to know
Wait,
if
wait. No
if it was
returning characters, returning monsters and races. Let me clarify. Remember
well. I mean, no,
the
it's but it's like the similarities in the game world and the creatures and things that you've already seen. So it's not completely a rework of the game world and something completely different. So it's based on settings and things that you've already seen before to give it that familiarity. But I'm as far as gameplay goes, I know we were complaining about like Assassin's Creed Origins where they showed like too much gameplay and things like that. So maybe Nintendo's just waiting for the Treehouse to show it. So that's I mean they're gonna be there for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
We can look forward to possibly seeing it here. And if it's gonna be out in 2017, it has to be playable in some form. So we
Yeah.
should see it on here.
I'm
Yeah.
hopeful because I wasn't convinced about that gameplay. It looks slow, so I may be wrong, but I want to give it a chance. In Takahashi, we trust, right? So we'll wait. Okay, next game, Kirby 2018. I mean, it's a Kirby game. It looked like a Kirby game. Seems fun. I don't care about it, but I know my son is gonna like it. But you're probably more of a fan of that type of game. So what you thought about
Well,
Kirby?
well, I mean, it's one of those where if it's not broken, don't fix it. Just go ahead and keep the same formula. Don't try to rework anything. Just because you're on the Switch doesn't necessarily mean that you need to try something completely new. Um, Having a game like that, it also makes it easier for the developers and gives it a shorter development time. So it's not a game that they need to spend 3 4 years making. So yeah, I mean it's what you would expect from Kirby, and one that I'm going to be looking forward to sitting down with my kids and playing with them.
Okay, that's fine. Next one, and I'll give it to you since already won the prediction contest. But Pokemon Switch, they announced it. Now I do have I didn't like how they did it. Like, oh, this fucking guy just sitting on his desk. Well, yeah, we have a new Pokemon game coming for the Switch. Just wait for it. It was like, come on, dude. Can you show something? Can you show a couple of Pokemon or new Pokemon? I don't know. That's not how you create hype, and this is where Nintendo does not learn how to create fucking hype. This was your hype moment, Nintendo. I would have preferred they don't announce anything and just show it when it was closer and ready, and then get hype, later. I don't know. It was I wasn't a huge fan. I don't know, Caleones, what you felt about how they announced the Pokemon for Switch.
Well, I mean they could have at least like done a Metroid Prime 4 and just at least show the logo or the what
Yeah.
the name of the game will be. Um, it was I mean it's a foregone conclusion that the games are going to be moving over to the Switch, but at least it's nice to get a confirmation from Game Freaks that they will be finally moving away from the 3DS, and that it's going to be a Switch title. So I mean, it's one of those where we knew it was going to happen. Glad to hear from the horse's mouth, but at least a logo or a name or something, like just give us something.
A region. I mean, if it's a new region, I don't know. Just anyway, let's go. Let's keep moving because I got really mad about that announcement. Anyway, next one is Metroid Prime 4. Again, another one
Yeah.
announcement that I was like, show something. Show Samus just firing at something, killing an alien. I don't fucking know. Show Samus turning into a ball and getting through the tubes. I don't know. It's just so frustrating, right? Nintendo said, "Oh, we're gonna focus on the 2017 releases," and then they show a lot of things that we're not even ready to show. I don't. It felt like that was a change last minute. I don't know. I don't know if you felt that way, but they said, "Oh, look at Sony and Microsoft. They're both conferences kind of suck. We can nail them down with surprises, but they did not do them right. Right? They did not do them right, and that's where I'm struggling with Nintendo.
Mhm.
But Metroid Prime 4 is finally announced. I don't know if it's made by Retro. We'll have to wait and
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, that's
But
one of the things I was looking for. Trying to see if there was, I mean, some details or something about Retro. I mean, Retro could be the one working on Metro 5 4, or they could, very well be working on something else. So we have no details about that. But at least we finally have confirmation from Nintendo that they're indeed working on Metro Prime 4. So I'm guessing that's going to be their I mean, Halo killer. So they can finally have like one of those types of big budget sci-fi games. Um, I mean, unless you count Xenoblade Chronicles as that. But yeah, at least it's nice to know that it's coming.
I'm a huge Xenoblade fan, and I admit that that's a cult game. It's not a huge. It's not Mario Odyssey. It's still not in the Xenoblade's not in the echelon of Mario and Zelda and Metroid and all that shit. Even Pigman, I think, sells more than Xenoblade. But anyway, moving along, they show Yoshi 2018. Look like a Yoshi game. Again, another game that I may buy just to have a little bit of fun. But it's not a game I'm gonna invest like a lot of hours. Maybe I'll play a couple of stages and it's fun, and then give it to my son. Here you go, play son.
Yeah,
But
it's probably gonna be one of those like two Joy-Con setups where you can play like local co-op with
yeah,
somebody.
that could
Yeah.
make it fun. That if they do it that way, I could see that being fun. Anything to add, Caleones on Yoshi?
No, I mean I want to see more from it, and I can't wait to go back home and show the trailer to my kids, just to see what their reaction is gonna be, which I know is gonna be a positive one. But yeah, yeah, we can go ahead and move on to the next one.
Okay. Next one that they show was Fire Emblem Warriors. I mean, it's Fire Emblem Warriors. It's another. I don't know if you call it a beat 'em up. I know they have a specific name, but it looks like Hyrule Warriors and the whole Dynasty Warrior games, the old ones, right? So again, it's those type of games. I don't know. I may not buy this one. I'm not a Fire Emblem guy, so this one I'm probably gonna pass on it. But it was good to show. But I think one of your predictions, which did not came through, was Fire Emblem for the Switch was gonna be shown at the presentation. I mean, it fucking sucks because they show a couple of logos. They could have shown at least some gameplay about that game. So that's maybe the disappointment for Fire Emblem fans. But you know, it's okay. If you're a Fire Emblem fan, you're gonna probably buy it, like a lot of people bought, including myself, Hyrule Warriors, because I'm a huge Zelda fan. But anything to add about that game, Caleones?
Well, I mean, I guess I'm a little bit more excited about Fire Emblem Warriors now. It seems like instead of just making it like like a beat 'em up type game, it looks like they're going to be incorporating a little bit more story into it. And if they have a pretty good amount of story and character development, then I'm on board for it. So hopefully that's going to be the case.
Okay. That's fine. Next one was sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. Oh, the Zelda expansion pack looks great. It's more Zelda. I'm willing to come back to the world again. It's hard for me to come back to a game after I'm done with it, and I did 100% the game, just to clarify. But anyway, Master Sword, power up Master Sword. This would have been great if this would have come during the the release of Zelda. And
Yeah,
then of
same
course,
as the infamous Korok's mask.
yep. At least what we can take away from what they showed, and you can correct me, Caleones. It seems like the story mode of the game is gonna focus on the warriors, right? On Daruk and Rivali and that merry crew of guys, right? So maybe this will give you more expands the characters. I mean, because if Zelda Breath of the Wild struggled on something was character development, so this story mode expansion may help expand the story, which would be great. I guess the question would be, would you still use Link? Would this still be kind of like 100 years before Link gets into the Resurrection Chamber, right? It looks like it, which could be fun. I'm more than happy to play it 100 years back before Calamity starts striking and how you meet all the warriors and setting up all the Divine Vs. So this looks like it could be more of a linear story instead of an open world. So I could foresee that. Anyway, excited. Looks good. You nailed that prediction, Caleones. But anything to add on that one?
I would have absolutely no problem playing a game that ends on a sad note, meaning that all the warriors are defeated. Zelda basically, sacrifices herself to save Link and takes him to the chamber so that he can heal and come back 100 years later. So that if I can, because we were talking about, maybe an expansion of what happened like 10,000 years before with the first champion, but if we can get an expanded story on those 100 years before Breath of the Wild, what happens to each of those characters, and hopefully with the amiibos coming out, it's an indication that each one of them is going to have a big presence on the game, and so we can flesh them out and see and get to know them, like you said. So I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully that will be the case. So if it can be something that will could take another 20, 30 hours instead of just an expansion that lasts like 3, 4, 5 hours, that'll be a welcome addition to it.
Okay. Next game that they show, and again, why we already saw it at the Ubisoft conference, the new Rabbits game. I mean, Ubisoft show even more. I think Ubisoft did a better job selling the game than Nintendo did on their press conference. I don't have much to add. Seems
Yeah.
it seems like I'm interested. I'll buy it probably just to see. Again, I'll wait for reviews, but it is what it is. But anything to add,
I mean,
Carlos?
I didn't need to see anything from the game. I'm already on board. I'm going to be picking it up. It's a game that when the rumors came out, a lot of people were lashing at it, but after seeing it, they actually embraced it. So we didn't really need to see that from the game. I would have substituted it for another one. So I guess I will have to wait throughout the treehouse and try to see if there's anything else that they show there. But the spotlight could have done without the Mario Rabbids game. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on it.
It's funny they're showing on Treehouse right now how Mario can change, costumes. You have a money system too. You have to buy the costumes out of the store, and that way you have new powers with the new costume, I guess. So I guess it could be a good collectible trying to find all the costumes throughout the Mario Odyssey game. I'm already sold on that game. We haven't got to that one, but anyway, next one that they show, I guess, was their big third-party support game. Rocket League. Everybody and their mother has this game, but that's fine. I'm guessing a lot of people are gonna be excited. This one could be a good Nintendo Switch game because again Nintendo Switch being portable and being able to do it's more of a multiplayer type of console, a local multiplayer to clarify.
There goes Mario playing the guitar. I told you he was going to be playing the guitar. No,
but yeah,
but
Rocket
about
League.
yeah,
I don't know if you had
about
anything to
Rocket
add.
League. Yeah, that's one that I've been saying it for months, and I've been saying it. I've said, okay, so if there's three games that the Nintendo Switch needs to have from third-party developers, it's Grand Theft Auto 5, Overwatch, and Rocket League. And Rocket League, even though it's a simple soccer game, glorified soccer game, played with cars, it is an excellent game that lends itself to the Switch perfectly, and I'm glad that they finally showed it. It was a pretty nice surprise, not a really big surprise, but it's nice that we're gonna have the game on Switch. But I also did see that it said cross network play. Does so? Is it gonna be the same um, as Minecraft, where you can play with people on mobile, Xbox One, and PC? So that seems to be the case with the game. Just I'll go ahead and get more details after. Try to find out, but it seems like that's going to be the case.
That's fine. Again, it's Rocket League, so everybody's playing. Next one, I think the biggest game to close the show. We got a release day, October 27, correct, Caleones? And it looks great. I'm watching it right now at the Treehouse. It seems like this time instead of stars, you collect moons. So that's fun. It has that Mario 64 vibe. What I like about the game, it looks like how you can take control of all the monsters. Like right now, Mario just took control of a Bullet Bill, and then he was able to fly with the Bullet Bill.
And then aim it and shoot someone. So
yeah, and shoot someone. So this game looks open. Mario's always delivers, right? Aside from maybe Mario 3D World on the Switch, on the Wii U, which wasn't a great follow-up to Galaxy. I think maybe that's the only one of the 3D Mario games that I don't put like up there. Probably I would put it in the last place if I have to account the top 3D Mario games of all time. But look at that, 2D Mario, old school. So anyway, Mario Odyssey, impressions, Caleones.
great game. Would you label it as one of the well, I mean, we're gonna have to see more now in the treehouse, but for me, is up there as the game of the show. After everybody gets to play it and gets the feedback, we're gonna know more. But I don't think any other game is as big or bigger than this one at E3, especially in this E3, which has been a little subpar, collectively from everybody. But that's
for me, game of the show is Spider-Man, pure and simple, right? Because I'm excited for that game right now. What I've seen now, Mario Odyssey looks great. The difference is, I would say, Mario Odyssey to me is the game of the show because it's gonna release this year, where Spider-Man is still 2018, right? Xenoblade, even though I'm even more a fan of Xenoblade than Mario, you know that. I still won't put it because the gameplay looked slow and I have to see more, right? So to your point, maybe I'll change my mind, and maybe when we do the Get In and Get Out Nintendo podcast episode 6, where we'll discuss the news, that came out after during the Treehouse. I think that I may change my mind depending on what I see on Xenoblade Chronicles, and that could be my game of the show. But Mario Odyssey looks great. I think it's really innovative in the sense that I never expected Mario now taking over the bad guys, and it's almost like I don't think there's gonna be power-ups. The power-ups is basically the bad guys. Now you take over them and then you change into that form and you can hide, or you can get high defense, or you can fire a bullet bill, right? I'm still hoping that I see like a fire flower at least. I love turning into a fire Mario in Mario Galaxy, right? So I'm still hoping we get normal power-ups still, but the game looks innovative, right? It was good. You have to follow up from Mario Galaxy 2. Mario Galaxy is one of the greatest games of all time. This could be the right way to do it. Everybody's been waiting to see Mario come back to the Mario 64 formula, right? So this one could be it. Like right now, it's showing how he's flying through the sections to get a bullet bill. And he died there. He just crashed. That was funny. Anyway, it looks like you don't die. There's no more lives. You lose coins. He died and he lost coins. He didn't lose life. There's no life meter. There's no one-ups anymore, which is fine. I think that's an old mechanic that should die. Honestly, you get enough one-ups in a Mario game that you never need to worry about it. So I think this is the right move. See right there, he's trying to fly through the blocks. Anyway. I want to close this, so I want to leave everybody. I know you have to go back to work, and I want to leave everybody to enjoy the Treehouse. But anyway, closing thoughts, Caleone, on this press conference. You think it's the best press conference?
No. I think it's a toss-up in between Sony's and Ubisoft conference. Bethesda did a great job as well. EA's conference is smacked on the bottom. But it's hard to judge Nintendo's conference because it's not, a conference like, the other ones. It's not somebody walking on stage, doing the presentations. It's a 25-minute reel of, different games that they have, and then, Treehouse takes over. So it's not over yet. We can still get more surprises at Treehouse. I believe that if we get any surprises, are going to be mostly, like 3DS games, since they showed none during the spotlight. But that's when it wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. And even though they said mostly 2017 games, they had a pretty good amount of 2018 games shown on there. So I'm not overly disappointed. Of course, you always want more, but I like what I saw.
I will say this. I would put. Is this E3 has been bad, dude. Last year was way better. This even Nintendo, even though he only had one game last year, Zelda Breath of the Wild looked great during last year. But I don't know. I'm feeling down. I came hyped to this E3 and I thought Sony was gonna kill it. There was a new console from Microsoft, and I thought, Nintendo, this is your chance to show a lot of good games. And two games that they should have shown, they could have easily won. Let me clarify, E3, if they would have shown the new Pokemon game and the new Metroid Prime game. That's it. You already showed Xenoblade, you already showed Mario Odyssey. You show that Pokemon game and you show Metroid Prime 4, you could have won E3 easily because that's 4 big games, right? But in this case, then I have to give it to Sony right now because they did show more big games. But the thing against Sony is that, again, a lot of those games are coming in 2018. That is the truth. I'm not covering for Sony on that case. Where at least Nintendo did show 2 big games. Not even Microsoft showed that, right? 2 big games that are coming in 2017, which is Mario Odyssey and Xenoblade Chronicles. So for that, Nintendo does get a huge bump, in my opinion. Honestly, almost all of them underwhelm. Honestly, I don't want to give no one who won. You all suck. Fuck you all. Anyway, I'm joking, of course. But I think, again, if you put it that way, Microsoft did not show something big coming up. Crackdown is not a big title, people. If you put Crackdown there, it looks like a watered down Crackdown. That's what it looked like, and he's gonna get buried in November. You can count on that. And then Mario Odyssey at least has some breathing room, but it's too fucking damn close for November. I don't like that. And then Xenoblade in December, I don't like that. That hurts, my opinion of the conference for Nintendo. But anyway, anything to add before we end, Caleones?
Well, then I guess you can get Mario and Princess Peach finally married with their outfits. But yeah,
I
I
can
mean
see
that's
that.
yeah, that's I guess that's all we have for now. So yeah, you can go ahead and take over and end it.
Well, I want to thank everybody who joined us to the Get In and Get Out episode 5, kind of special edition. We reacted live to the Nintendo Spotlight E3 special. Of course, please subscribe, like, and comment so you can make these two crazy motherfuckers happy. Also, remember, you can download the Get In and Get Out Nintendo podcast at SoundCloud. Also, remember to visit our Facebook page at Force in Unison Gaming, where you can get fun little items like the glitch of the week. And finally, and The Rock says finally, you can go to my boy Caleones at shigerosnews.com and give him some love with some clicks. Anyway, with all that being said, I want to thank everybody again for joining us. Long live Nintendo, motherfuckers. See you.
Goodbye, everyone.